What's going on, guys? Welcome back to United View. Hope everyone is doing very well. It's a busy day today, isn't it just? There is so much going on in the world of Manchester United. I've raced all the way back from UVHQ. I'm back in home settings and we're talking about another signing. We're talking about a brand new signing. We're talking about Christian Eriksen officially being announced as a Manchester United player. Now, this was a badly kept secret. Everyone knew that Eriksen was indeed going to be signing for Manchester United. It was announced, 10 days ago? A couple of weeks ago, maybe. We got the, here we go. Oh, was it the Ornstein exclusive? I forget who did it first. It might have been David Ornstein was the one that did it first. I can't recall. It might have been David Ornstein. I think it was Ornstein. And then, because it came out of nowhere. And then Romano said, here we go. And then since then, we hadn't heard a lot. And I was doing some of the streams over the course of the last few days. And I believe even this morning when I did the Lissandro Martinez Here We Go stream, people were talking about, what's going on? What's going on with Christian Eriksen? Does anyone know what's going on with Christian Eriksen? I saw a tweet go viral yesterday when they were talking about, we haven't heard anything about Eriksen. What's happening? Is he going to be a United player? I saw yesterday of someone saying to me something like, there's a rumour he's failed his medical. And we said, no, that's not the case. We haven't heard anything about that. And wouldn't you know it, 24 hours later, he is a Manchester United player. The United family is the latest member of the UV Members Club. Welcome. If you wish to join the United family in becoming a member of the UV Members Club, you can do so by clicking the link in the video description below. You also get your badges, you get your emojis. Fill up the live chat with the feeling emoji or a KG emoji or a flex emoji if you're happy that Christian Eriksen is a Manchester United player. And you can, as I mentioned, join the United View Members Club. You get your emojis, you get badges, you also get your exclusive members-only video content as well. Vera says, what's happening to the views of the last two videos? It's a YouTube thing. It's weird, isn't it? It's saying that there are no views, but there are. I don't know why, but I think YouTube's having a bit of... YouTube's melting down because we've signed Christian Eriksen. That's why. That's what's going on. They're so excited, like I am, that we have signed Christian Eriksen. So if you're happy that we have signed Eriksen, be sure to smash a like on the like button. And if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe. We're also, during this stream, it's not just going to be a Christian Eriksen stream, even though that's primarily what we're going to be talking about. We're also going to show you two interviews too. One with Zidane Iqbal and the other with Charlie Savage after the 4-1 victory over Melbourne victory this evening in the second, or this today, depending on where you are, this afternoon, this morning, this evening, if you are in Australia, in the second preseason fixture under the Erik ten Hag era. But let's get into the announcement that was from Manchester United. It said that Manchester United is pleased to confirm that Christian Eriksen has joined the club, signing a contract until June 2025. So that is indeed that 3-year contract that had been reported or rumoured. There have been rumours that indeed Eriksen was going to be signed, or Eriksen had been offered a 3-year contract, and he has. And that is... It's slightly surprising in the sense of, I don't think many people thought prior to that being reported that he would be given a 3-year deal. I mean, I think a lot of people expected maybe a 1+1 or maybe a 2-year deal or something like that. See, the sirens are going off. That's because Christian Eriksen on a free transfer is such a steal. That's what it is. It's always sirens. Always sirens ruining it because it's such a steal. That's why. So I was quite surprised on the 3-year deal. But it continues. The midfielder has been capped 115 times for Denmark, scoring 38 goals for his country. Eriksen has played 237 games in the Premier League, registering 52 goals and 71 assists. This is what Christian Eriksen said upon joining Manchester United. Quote, Manchester United is a special club, and I cannot wait to get started. I've had the privilege of playing at Old Trafford many times, but to do so in the red shirt of United will be an amazing feeling. I have seen Erik's work at Ajax and know the level of detail and preparation that he and his staff put into every day. It is clear that he is a fantastic coach. Having spoken with him and learned more about his vision and the way he wants the team to play, I am even more excited for the future. I still have major ambitions in the game. There is a huge amount that I know I can achieve, and this is the perfect place for me to continue my journey. John Murtough, Manchester United's football director, said, quote, Christian has been one of the best attacking midfielders in Europe throughout his career. It is no surprise that he had so many options this summer, so we are really happy that he was convinced that this is the right club for him. In addition to his outstanding technique, Christian will add valuable experience and leadership skills to the squad, and we are looking forward to seeing the benefits of those qualities on the pitch this season, in this coming season and beyond. I believe United have just tweeted something else about Eriksen, so I'll just double check that before I go back to the it's just about what he said anyway. That's fine. But yes, I'm excited about this one. I think seeing how Manchester United have played over the course of the last 2 games in pre-season, you see exactly how Erik ten Hag wants his team to play. We see that he wants to play possession-based football. We've seen that he wants to play high-pressing football. And I don't think Eriksen's going to be particularly involved in the high press or anything like that. But today was a great example of this. First half, they played the 4-2-3-1, which I'm still not convinced Erik ten Hag's going to stick with that throughout the season, to be honest. I still think he might go to a 4-3-3. But we saw today with ten Hag playing the 4-2-3-1. In the first half, when you had McTominay and Fred, you had 2 players that technically just really aren't up to snuff. Doesn't mean they're bad players. It doesn't mean that they're terrible. It doesn't mean they're rubbish. They've just got different qualities. For the way that Erik ten Hag wants to play, it's just, they just don't particularly, I guess, fit that well. I mean, the first half, there were some passes by Scott McTominay that were shocking. There were some touches by Fred that also weren't that great as well. So I think Eriksen is just what we need in the middle of the park there. I think he's exactly what we need. I think he's exactly what we need in terms of the technical ability that we lack in this side. And just think about it for set pieces. Just set pieces alone. Think about, his delivery. I mean, we saw a couple of times for Brentford, and we've seen it when he played for Spurs and Inter Milan as well. This is a guy that can actually do a decent delivery, can put the ball where it's meant to be, can put the ball on a player's head, can score from free kicks, can deliver a ball from quality from deep, and can also deliver a ball when it comes to corners as well. That's what we need. Our set pieces historically are so bad and so rubbish that having someone like Christian Eriksen really does help that out quite a lot considerably. So again, I think that's positive too. So I'm excited about this. I am excited about this deal, and I think obviously people are going to have concerns. They're going to have concerns, and they're going to be worried about his health, and obviously what happened when it comes to obviously at Euro 2020 last year, his cardiac arrest. Make no mistake, actually, though. Think about this: the recovery that this guy has had. There aren't many in sport like it. Let's be honest. The guy, for lack of a better term, he was dead. He died. He was clinically, I guess. I don't know if his heart officially stopped beating, but they were doing CPR and all that kind of stuff on the pitch. And there was horrible, horrible scenes last year in his own national stadium in Denmark during Euro 2020. And at the time, we were just hoping that we would hear some positive news, and he would be around still. It was horrible, horrible scenes. To think that pretty much, like 12 months later, he's signing for Manchester United. He's going to be playing in the Premier League, and we're excited about his signing because we know what he can offer. We know what he's capable of. It is absolutely staggering, and you really do have to commend him. Because not only to come back physically from all of that, but mentally. Think of the toll that takes mentally. Now, he had a bit of an extended medical because of that, and that was just United just, making sure that everything was on the up and up, and not that it wouldn't be, but just a bit more of an intensive medical, but he's come through that with flying colours, and he's a Manchester United player. And how exciting is that? He is a player that, honestly, comes into our side, drops in to our midfield, and I mean, he's immediately the best technical player at the club. Can you name a Manchester United player that is better technically than Christian Eriksen right now? I don't think I can. Which goes to show why it's a good signing. People can mock, Christian Eriksen, or people can mock United fans. Oh, you're getting excited for a free transfer from a guy from Brentford. Rah, rah, rah. Christian Eriksen, any club in the Premier League would want him as part of their squad. I'm pleasantly surprised we've been able to do this deal, to be honest, because I thought that when it was between us and Spurs, I thought it makes a lot of sense. I mean, I said it on the streams, it makes a lot of sense, that move to Spurs. Former coach Antonio Conte, former club in Spurs. It just would appear that maybe they're going in a bit of a different direction, or maybe their interest wasn't as concrete or as advanced as Manchester United. And, you know, Brentford were always a challenger as well, because they were the ones to initially take that gamble at us. But I would say to those people that were criticising the transfer window, that were, you know, unhappy with the transfer window, or were saying that we weren't doing things fast enough, maybe that is still accurate. I don't know. I can't change your opinions on that. But what I would say is we're in a position now. We've signed Malacia. We've signed Eriksen. Martinez, we've got the here we go. That should be announced within the next day or two. That's 3 signings, and there is still plenty of time to go. There is still, the transfer window doesn't close until the beginning of September. We're halfway through July right now. There is still plenty of time to go to get signings in. So this goes back to my original point several weeks ago. Is the window, and it still has, just opened. There is still plenty of business to be done. Sometimes transfers take a long time. Sometimes they can get done quickly. Terrell Malacia. Sometimes they come out of the blue and then they take a little bit. Christian Eriksen. Sometimes they drag on and on and on and on and on. Like Frankie de Jong, because of the complications that are involved in that. Transfers can be complex, they can be simple. The best thing that we can do is take a step back and just assume that they're going to do the job. Erik ten Hag didn't come to Manchester United for the club not to sign anyone, particularly the players he wanted and recommended. Yes, you can say, well, in the past that's what they've done, but we're not in the past right now. We are in a different regime, and I can't say whether this new regime is going to do great things or the same things at Manchester United. But what we can say is that we've signed 3 players that Erik ten Hag wanted, 3 players that Erik ten Hag has recommended, and that's positive. That is positive stuff. Does it solve all of our problems? Barely scratches the surface. There is still plenty of work to do. There are still plenty of players to get in. There are still plenty of players that need to be sold. But you can't build Rome in a day. And I think this is a positive step. And Eriksen, he's only 31. I envisage Christian Eriksen getting deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper as his career goes on. I see him as someone, because of his technical ability, seeing someone that could absolutely, we talk about Frankie de Jong, running the show from a deeper lying role. Who's to say that if Frankie, that move doesn't happen, who's to say that, Eriksen doesn't slot into that role? Yes, historically, he's been in a more advanced role. Yes, historically, he's been higher up the pitch, but as his career advances, he could certainly go backwards as well in terms of his starting position there too. So I think it's an excellent signing, and it's one I'm very happy with. Benjamin Booth said, you said Frankie, Owen. Well done. I'm trying on the Frankie stuff. I really am. Aaron Walker says it took 1,229 years to build Rome. Wow. These things take time, don't they? These things, they can take a minute. They can take a hot second. But what a busy day it's been, by the way. Martinez, here we go this morning. We've had the match. We've got, there's so much up on the channel at the moment. So if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe, bottom right-hand corner, and there's plenty to come as well. As far as people asking if he's going to be on the preseason tour for any of the games in Australia, the answer is no. Simon Peach, who, of course, is a well-known reporter, chief football writer for PA Media, is saying that Christian Eriksen and Alessandro Martinez will not be joining up with the Manchester United squad in Australia. So we're not going to see Eriksen or Martinez participate in any of those pre-season games in Australia. We know we've got Crystal Palace, and who's the other one against? I forget, but you can let me know in the live chat. But Eriksen and Martinez aren't going to be flying out to meet up with the squad in Australia. And I would assume the reason why, and I know, again, people will roll their eyes, why? This is why you should do the business early, rah, rah, rah. And again, I'm not saying that you shouldn't do Aston Villa. Thank you. I'm not saying that you shouldn't do the business early. In an ideal world, of course, it's preferable to have all of your signings in as early as possible, so you can bed them in, so you can make sure they fit into the tactical system, so everyone can understand whose role is which. But The problem is, I suppose, with a preseason tour of Australia, one is the distance, but two, the visa process of getting out there. And that can take a while. Bureaucracy is a crazy thing in this modern world, so that can take a bit of time. On top of that, I suppose you could probably say is, well, is it worth it, at this point, flying out for just a couple of days in Australia? Is it easier for the club to wait until they get back? There are still players, of course, at Carrington doing their own individual stuff. Not everyone travelled on the tour, so I guess Eriksen and Martinez will start at Carrington, but it would imply too that they would be a part of possibly the game in Oslo or the following day at Old Trafford for Rayo Vallecano. Again, it's not ideal that they wouldn't have all of these pre-season fixtures, but in the grand scheme of things, when we're 5-10 games into the season, are we really going to be talking about Eriksen's not working because he didn't have those couple of games in Australia? No. The main thing is that we've got the player. The main thing is that we've got a player that is technically proficient and immediately comes into Manchester United's squad as the best technical player we have. And I know that's a big statement, but look at the competition. Zidane Iqbal and Charlie Savage, who we'll hear from shortly, played a second half today and I thought were far superior on the ball to Fred and McTominay. I mean, it wasn't even close. It was not even close whatsoever. So I think they deserve a huge bit of credit. Speaking of those, though, so I think that's a good segue. Flex and KG spoke to both Zidane Iqbal and Charlie Savage after the game. Let's start off hearing what Zidane Iqbal had to say.
Listen, bro.
Bro, listen, you're football right now. You're giving the manager a thing to think about. Because literally, the pirouette, the turn, did he smile inside when you done that one? Or what was the feeling?
Nah, it's just off instinct, innit?
Yeah.
So, it happened. I didn't think about it. I mean, it happened. And then,
What's the manager saying to you as well in terms of expressing yourself, and what's his instructions?
obviously, he's got tactics where we want you to be, but when you're on the ball, enjoy yourself. Obviously, he wants you to make the right decisions, and he trusts us to do that. So
you're really comfortable picking the ball off the defenders. Like every time he saw you, you always wanted the ball. Is that just been a thing of your game? You always wanted to play like that?
Yeah, I mean, I've always I'm a ball playing midfielder. So yeah, I always want the ball on my feet. Try and make things happen. Try and help the team tick. You know.
Yeah.
I do love a ball on my feet.
What's your best position though? Where do you think this is me, where I'm dangerous?
Probably, I don't mind double pivot, number 10, wing, anywhere the manager wants me to play.
Because the way you move on the half turn, looking in the spaces, is like a 10.
Yeah.
But like you said, you're dropping deep and you're able to come in a pivot as well.
When I was younger, I used to play 10, but over time, you adapt your game a bit more and whatnot. But wing, anywhere, I don't mind as long as I'm on the pitch.
What's the older guys been like around? Obviously, you're around the likes of Bruno, the likes of Donny, some real good ball playing guys. How have they been with you?
Brilliant. They've taken me in. obviously, as a young kid, you're nervous. You kind of watch.
You don't play with no nerves.
Yeah. So you're kind of aware of what you're doing. Trying to make a good impression. But all the lads, they've taken me in. As one of their own, treating me well in training, giving me a little. So I'm happy.
Bro, your family should be happy. I know they are as well, and you're happy as well, man.
I'm proud of this
guy.
Charlie.
Charlie. You're smiling up before. You're happy to be part of it. You're killing it. Now you can tell your dad, listen, Dad, I'm sourcing it, Man United, Dad. I'm sourcing it. How you feeling, man?
Yeah, I feel good, bro. I feel good. Nice to see you guys out here.
Hey, do you know what? It's so good that the fans are being part of it as well. We're united through and through, so we're getting a chance to do it. And you know what? You and Zidane, breath of fresh air, and seeing the youngsters getting given a chance. How's that been under Eric getting a chance, man?
Yeah, obviously thanks to the manager for giving us a chance. It's nice to play with Z as well. Being here since we were 5, so we have that connection. So yeah.
Is your dad on you? Is he ringing you saying, listen, stop? Because you're liking that little ping. I've seen that little left foot ping. You're trying to zing it. One went out of play. That's fine. Yeah. But is he on you to say shorten up your game or don't try too much? Don't try and do too much.
No, I just leave it to me, to be honest. Play my own game and hopefully I did okay.
No, not hopefully. You did, bro. Listen, enjoy it, man. Thanks.
How great is that? I think they both spoke so well, and I also think that just the enthusiasm and the real passion and just not really sort of contrived, just a conversation. And I think they spoke so well, and frankly, it doesn't really matter how they talk because I thought they were sensational. Both of them I thought were absolutely brilliant today, especially in that second half. The way that Charlie Savage was coming deep and picking up the ball and just pinging it across, I thought was really, really fantastic. And Zidane Iqbal as well, just composed and not afraid, and it was absolutely fantastic. I thought they did tremendously well, and again, I think it just goes to show, to bring it back to Christian Eriksen, I think it goes to show when you've got a couple of players that are just technically proficient on the ball, that aren't, the ball isn't going to bounce off them, or the pass isn't going to go out into the stands, or, it's just can do simple passes, but can also play under pressure, can also play in tight spaces, can find the right pass. You open your eyes because we're so not used to it. We're really not used to it at all. So I think when Christian Eriksen, when we see him put on the red shirt for the first time, and we see him on the ball, I think we're going to be absolutely blown away. I recall him playing for Brentford at Old Trafford last year when we beat them, or earlier this year rather, it was the last season, when we beat them 3-0. And he was the best player on the pitch. Absolutely 100%. He was the best player on the pitch. He was fantastic. And again, I'm really excited. I think it's a really shrewd bit of business here by Manchester United. And again, it's not ideal that he's not going to be a part of the preseason games until he'll definitely play either in Oslo or Old Trafford. Possibly Old Trafford, actually. That might be the likely situation to get that kind of home feeling and a big occasion and all that kind of stuff. But it's a great signing, and I think free transfer. I know there's no such thing as a free transfer as well. I know that, signing on bonuses and all that kind of stuff. 3-year deal again. Slightly surprised at that, but he's 30, 31. I think people probably look at assume he would have a short-term nature of a deal because of what happened to him last year. But let's put that in the past. Let's forget about that. It's still Christian Eriksen. It's still a top-class player, a top-class technical player. And there should be, and I know sometimes people don't want to give the club any credit, and I know that sometimes people are always like, well, we'll wait and see and take a wait-and-see approach, and that's fair. That is fair. But I think coming out of today, we can have a feeling of positivity. We really can. We can say, actually, you know what? Christian Eriksen, official. Lisandro Martinez, here we go. That'll be announced possibly tomorrow, the day after, something like that. We've already signed Malacia. We played... The first half was not particularly good today, but second half I thought we played really well. There are positives to be taken here for Erik ten Hag and for Manchester United. So it's an exciting time. It's an exciting time to be a United fan. There's still lots and lots of work to do, but I'm feeling a bit of positivity about Manchester United today, and I'm going to hold it there. Anyway, guys, look, be sure to smash a like on the like button. Be sure to subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. I'm out of here. I'm shocked I haven't lost my voice today. There is still plenty to go and check out on the channel, of course. As I mentioned, there's those interviews with Charlie Savage, with Zidane Iqbal. There's Flex's view. There's KG's view. There's the match view. You can catch up with that if you missed it. There's Marcel's fan view. There's my own fan view. So there's plenty of stuff. Or you can watch the Martinez stream from this morning. There is plenty of stuff to watch here at United View. And we're only getting just started. I'll speak to you again very soon. Peace.